Awesome! Here we are at the Revival 2013 on Sunday, first class of the day. We talked about some basics in the pure Balboa shuffle dance. So we started from the very beginning. As we mentioned, obviously, it's very nice to practice this against the wall as well, if you have something at home. So again, our first 4 beats, remember what we talked about? Step, step, pull, push. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, instead of thinking about step, step, lifting and down, you want to do totally different. You want to push into the ground. Yeah? Push, push. And then remember we talked about pulling into this position right here, and then you push back down onto that foot. Yeah? I'm doing it big so you can see it. We'll do the whole 8 count for you. 1, 2, pull, push. 5, 6, pull, push. 1, 2, pull, push. 5, pull, push. Something we also talked about doing when you're stepping down is to prep your foot so your toe has somewhere to go. Something to think about later on in your dancing especially. But we did start to incorporate that and try to step down underneath us as best as we can. So we started building it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, step, hold down, step, step, hold. So I'm always trying my best to step down underneath me in the middle. I try anyways. That's something we talked about. We also talked about different types of keeping your feet on the floor, different types of kind of shuffling. We have kind of 2 different ways we can think about it. One way is just forward and back, like cross-country skis, yeah? And not crossing your tips at all, just perfectly straight forward and back. And then we try to do sideways, so we have step, 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 and this is just fans. Keeping my heels in place, but it's just my toes moving. In the jazz world, some people call it applejacking, apple jacks. It's a very common bebop step as well, but it goes very, very far back.
But whatever you do, try not to do it with your hips.
No, take your hips out, yes. So there's our sideways and our forward and back. So you as a human have to figure out which is going to be you. Some combination of both of these. And of course, we also talk about the hold step a lot. Hold, down. We started very big and practice hold, hold. And I'm pulling, pulling. As I step down, where's my toe? Pigeon, pigeon, pigeon. So my toe goes out, toe goes boom. And then get smaller, and smaller, and smaller. This is just your hold. So now we just got to put the walks back into the dance. And that, like I said, you have the dig, you have the fans, and the combination of any of those. So we go 5, 6, 7, 5, 5, hold, 5, 5, hold. So again, just think about the different types of how you can walk. The digging, the fans, think about your holds, and you just put them together. Because the dance is nothing more than just walks and these holds. So that was all of our, for the most part, our footwork stuff. And then of course we talked about our bodies and how to listen to each other with our bodies. And so for class we obviously just leaned in and we're nice and relaxed here. We talked about our jockeys to get started. So we jockeyed 1, 3, 5, 7, and then walk, walk, hold, walk, walk, hold. And again, we talked about having nice and relaxed upper bodies. Followers, if you can't listen or feel what's going on, of course leaning in is going to help. Leaders, you got to be able to be a leader and press back into your follower to make it nice for your followers. Then we talked about the arms and how we connect with the arms. And it's just from that posture we were just in, which you guys obviously know from this position. Just take my arm nice, and as soon as I make contact with my follower's armpit, I stop and I just go across her shoulder blade ever so lightly. And then this hand, as I said again, just try not to bring any attention to it and make it nice and comfortable for your follower. I just allow the follower to really hook onto my thumb. But what you guys do, that's up to you. Old timers did all kinds of different things with their hands, so just don't really bring any attention to it. One of the things that a lot of the old timers did, especially if they were a husband and wife and the same height, was a tango-like style. This might work for you if it's with your partner, like I said, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're only going to dance in close position. This is really nice.
This is a little bit too much if you're dancing with someone that you don't know.
It could
or
be.
dance for the first time to just go rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So think about it.
But yeah, look at the YouTube clips of the old timers. If you look at my channel is called 2 Bar Break, spelled out, on YouTube, and I have many clips up there, but I have very good Balboa ones, pure Balboa. And so you'll see that, you know, one particular guy by the name of Dean Raftery, he kind of did this little thing here. But the followers say it was very comfortable, so That was just him. You know, everybody was a little bit different. There was no real wrong or right, but there's definitely an easy and a hard.
And it's going to depend on whatever you dance with, whoever you dance with.
So, as we said, we get in our position here, a nice lean in, and we start with a jockey, 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 jockey. And then walk, walk, hold, walk, walk, hold. But try not to have the arms be the reason that's keeping you together. Because really, when you have body to body, paddle, 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 boom, or this, walk, 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 walk. You should be able to lead everything just body to body. I mean, this is, I promise, with just a tiny bit of practice, I think the easiest way for two humans to lead one another on the floor is absolutely body to body. I think all the dances where you're relying on your arms, I think it's extremely difficult to learn how to control one another as a beginner.
Just make sure whenever you connect that you don't lose some of these things. We don't want to be connected with the lower part at all.
High as possible. And also remember, followers, to find a comfort spot. It's always going to be different on every leader, depending on his body type, shape, height. So find that comfortable spot, depending on, like I said, different heights.
And if you're a female leader, for sure sideways, because it's not going to work straight. Yeah?
Right.
So try to fix it sideways.
And with all that said, really, when it comes down to it, it's just really dancing, guys. And I think as a leader, I think the most important job is, I'll say all the classes, if the follower is smiling, you're doing something right. And if she's not smiling, change whatever it is you're doing. And that's it. As long as your follower is smiling, that's awesome. You're doing a great job of having fun social dancing. That's the most important thing. Trying to learn these specific little period dances, like the Balboa shuffle and the Balboa swing and the Lindy and all these different, they're all just tools to have fun. But when it gets down to it, it's just having fun with the music and enjoying the music, and that's the most important thing. And I saw that in this class today for sure. And that's what made it really fun for me. Damn, it was a good class. Thank you guys so much.